is Father Ken Lau, and welcome to the new episode of Nuggets for the Soul. I was once asked by a person, why can't we just see Jesus? If we see Jesus, then it will be easier for us to pray. When we undergo trials, difficulties, and sufferings in life, we will experience that comfort and peace. Whenever we're planning something, we could just turn to Him and He will just give us what His will is, right? But if that's the case, then we no longer need faith. After His death and resurrection, Jesus appeared to Mary Magdalene, and He warned Mary Magdalene not to cling to Him because He will be ascending to the Father and to sit at His right hand, and then He will send His Holy Spirit upon us. I'm reading this from the book Personal Prayer, A Guide for Receiving the Father's Love by Father Thomas Acklin and also Father Boniface Hicks. So they wrote, once again, we are left with an inability to see His face because Jesus already ascended into heaven. Now we must see Him in faith, faith which is a gift and therefore infused, which that does not pass through the eye, the imagination, or reason, since nothing we can see can any longer be God or represent God. So even in His resurrection appearances, He is not readily recognizable to those who knew Him so intimately. Only slowly are they able to see His face in a way which seems to require faith from those who behold Him. In Psalm 27 verse 9, you have said, seek my face. My heart says to you, your face, Lord, do I seek. Hide not your face from me. So even though we don't see Him with our physical eyes, we're called to seek His face with our eyes of faith. And that's the reason for the Incarnation. God allowed His Son to become human so that we could gaze upon Him in His humanity with a human face. That's why we're encouraged to use icons of Christ, like statues of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, or the Divine Mercy, or the crucifix, where we gaze upon Him dying on the cross out of love for each and every one of us. Also, through the Eucharist, we truly gaze upon the body, blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus, but still under the appearances of bread and wine. And lastly, I think this is the most important, is to be able to seek the face of Jesus in others. Because when we see others, it is God with skin on. And most especially also to the poor. When Jesus said, whatever you do to the least of my brothers and sisters, you do it unto me. Okay? So even though we don't see Jesus with our physical eyes, we're encouraged really to seek His face with our eyes of faith. God bless. The living saint, Jesus, Mary, Joseph, we trust in you.